Namaste and welcome to the 10th episode of this Bhagavad Gita study. So we have completed the second chapter in the last episode, and after listening to the second chapter, Arjuna has a doubt because he heard the 49th verse of the second chapter. He says, दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगा धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतव. He says, O Dhananjay, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness surrender unto me. So those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. So he says that you are now you are glorifying knowledge, and you are saying that keep all abominable activities away from you. Then why are you engaging me in this horrible war? So again, after Krishna answers this question in this chapter, in the 5th chapter, in the very first verse, Arjuna is again perplexed and he has the same doubt. He says, Sannyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha shamsasi yat shreya etayorekam tanme bruhi sunishchitam. He says, Arjun said, O Krishna, first of all you ask me to renounce work, and then again you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? Why is he asking this question? Because actually in 4th chapter, Krishna has told him, Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashrita bahavo jnana tapasah puta mad bhavam agata. He says that being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. So here you are glorifying Gyan, you are glorifying knowledge, he says. Then again in 4.41, he glorifies renunciation. Vairagya karo. He says, therefore the doubts which have arisen in your heart out of ignorance should be slashed by the weapon of knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharat, stand and fight. Now again here he is saying that knowledge should be there should be renunciation, and in the end he is saying fight. So again here Arjun is confused whether I should go for knowledge, or I should go for fight, or I should go for renunciation. What should I actually do? And therefore he says, Yat shreyo syat nishchitam. You tell me exactly what is good for me. So he is not understanding the point of Krishna. Just like he's saying, please tell me what is good for perfection in spirituality. I want that, Shreyas. So it's like a child is saying, or if you ask to the child, whom do you like? Papa or Mummy? But for the child, Papa and Mummy are one. So in the same way, the knowledge and actions, they both should be completing each other and not competing with each other. Just like the knowledge that taking bath is going to make me clean, this is the knowledge, and taking the bath actually is the action. So now both are important. The knowledge is important because without which one will not take bath, and just knowledge, having the knowledge is not enough. One actually has to take bath. So knowledge and action, both are important. But then the question arises, what about renunciation? So Krishna has spoken about renunciation. Yes, Krishna spoke about renunciation, but he is he has rejected false renunciation. He has rejected false renunciation 3 times actually. First is that when he in 3.6 he says, one who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. मतलब जो कार्य कर रहा है, वैराग्य कर रहा है, वैराग्य में है, लेकिन उसका मन जो है वो कहीं और जा रहा है. He is called a pretender. And the second, he also has spoken again in 5th chapter, the 2nd verse. He says, the personality of Godhead said, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. So again he says that one must work. Rather than renouncing the work, one must work. But how? Mam anusmara yudhyacha. Don't just fight. There must be my remembrance. The why. W-H-Y. Why. That is very, very important. For whom are you fighting? If you fight for yourself, if you fight for your kingdom, if you fight for getting fame, wealth, then that is wrong. But if you fight for a higher purpose, the highest purpose is God. So therefore, Krishna says, Mam anusmara yudhyacha. You must fight for the highest purpose, and that is to please me. Here is your Bhishma Pitamaha. Kill him. Here is your Guru Drona. Kill him. So that means what? Why should I kill my great grandfather? Why should I kill my... But when the higher purpose comes, then yes, one must go ahead for that action. Again in 6th chapter, 1st verse, Krishna renounces false renunciation. He says, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life, and he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So yajna, someone who is doing yajna but actually he is not performing his duty, he says, then it is of no use. So performing the performance of our duty, performing our dharma, that supersedes everything. So that is how he is speaking about renunciation. He is speaking about yukta vairagya. Though you are acting, if you are not attached to the fruits that they come, and you are just acting to please God, and your purpose is nothing else but to please Him. If the Lord is pleased, I am pleased, I am completely satisfied. So in that motive, one should be, with that motive, one should be actual vairagi. Though you are in grihasthashram, though you are at a very high rank at any institution, but still, if you, in that way, if you are acting without being attached to any fruits, then that renunciation is wanted. Not like nowadays Bollywood celebrities are also becoming sannyasis, as we know. So this is all false drama. So there is a story about, all the monkeys, they decided to do Ekadashi Vrat. So everyone is doing Ekadashi. But the swabhav, the temperament of monkeys is restlessness. So they are all restless. Tomorrow is Dwadashi, we will be eating fruit tomorrow, not today. But after doing the Ekadashi today, tomorrow we may not have the strength to pluck the fruit from the tree. So we'll do one thing, we will pluck the fruit and keep it ready. And then after some time again they start discussing, maybe we may not have enough strength to even bring it to our mouth, so let us bring the fruit near our mouth and keep. So as soon as the Dwadashi arrives, we will eat it. And then after some time they think, maybe tomorrow we may not have even strength to bite the fruit, so we will do one thing, we will bite the fruit and keep the fruit in our mouth, so that we may not have any problems tomorrow. And after some time they think, maybe we will not have enough strength to even chew the fruit, so we will chew the fruit and keep it, so that tomorrow just we have to gulp it. And after some time, when they see that the fruit is so succulent and so delicious, they happen to eat it. And they say, now as the Ekadashi is broken, the fast is broken, so why not just eat the entire fruit? And they finish up 5-6 fruits more after that on Ekadashi. So that is how the Mithyacharis, the sannyasis who are insincere, they try to show that they are sannyasis and they break all the rules. But in this world, even if you are sincere and you are sincerely trying to take sannyas, but still the world is designed in such a way that unless you are very, very committed, determined and surrendered to the instructions of Gurudev, you cannot win. There was one person who was instructed by the Guru to just meditate on the holy name. You just keep on chanting and you will attain perfection. So he was trying to focus on the holy name of the Lord. So he says Ram, Ram, Ram. Then suddenly there is some disturbance. There is a mouse who is making noise. So he looks there and then he sees that the mouse is running away with his langot, his loin cloth. So he says, what to do? This mouse is every day disturbing me. So he buys a cat. So the cat can take care of the mouse and then I can meditate on the holy name. So the cat, as soon as the cat comes, the mouse runs away. But then when the next day he is chanting Ram, 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 the cat comes there and she starts disturbing him. Meow, meow. So he says, now what to do? He says maybe she is hungry, she needs milk. So he buys a cow. And then when the cat gets her milk, she is satisfied. And here he is again chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. But then the cow starts, yelling. So he thinks, oh, maybe the cow needs grass. But then I'm getting busier. So maybe I should marry. And then my wife can take care of all these things. And then I will be free to chant. And then the wife comes. And then the next day she says, get up, you have to work because we need money. We need to have children. And then they have 10 children. And after having 10 children, where is the time to chant Ram, Ram, Ram? And then Gurudev comes and he says, what is this? I had asked you to just focus on the holy name. And he said, I was trying to do that, but I just couldn't. So this world is designed in such a way that even if you want to be sincere, the whole system is such that it sucks you into not taking up spirituality seriously. So even after, even if you have knowledge, but if you don't have the right vision, then that entire knowledge is just an illusion for you. So if we really don't want to take up with the vision of Bhagavad Gita, then just like a warrior, he says, एक हाथ में ढाल है, एक हाथ में तलवार है, अब मैं कैसे लड़ूं? So that means if the motivation is not there, then all those things which are there for your support to fight, even then you will not be able to fight. Even if you have everything, if you don't have the vision, if you don't have the motivation, and that is what exactly Bhagavad Gita gives us. So we will continue with this chapter 3 and chapter 5 together. In the next session, we will continue. Till then, stay tuned with us.